The Kisii County government is currently implementing the ward-based development model in managing development activities across all the 45 wards. The programs to be implemented under this model have been annexed in this report. The committee budget has proposed the following recommendations for the financial year 2025-2026. That for the ease of implementation of the budget, the department should fast-track preparation of annual work plans and procurement plans. The 2025-2026 budget implementation schedules of all departments should be ready, and the same submitted to the County Assembly to facilitate oversight roles of the sector committees on departmental projects. That the County Treasury should prepare a list of all projects in the current financial year 2024-2025 that may not have been completed or paid and forward them to the next financial year 2025-2026 to avoid stalling of the programs. That to support ongoing reduction in the fiscal deficit, the County Treasury should strive to focus county-owned source revenues with facility to avoid creation of unsustainable pending bills, and also put in place sound revenue administration measures and debt management policies. The Department of Revenue should undertake mapping of all possible revenue streams and ensure the county government valuation role is duly updated. That quote reporting on budget implementation status, all departments should not only report on financial performance aspects, but also on non-financial performance by programs, stroke projects to enhance oversight by the relevant sector committees. That pending bills that have been determined as legally payable should be paid, and a clearance matrix of our bills or be put in place by all departments for settlement. The County Treasury should come up with a framework for the completion of stalled and ongoing projects by ring-fencing funds in financial year 2025-2026 budget estimates to ensure completion of all projects. That the County Treasury should enhance consultation with the Office of Control of Budget to clearly determine budget items by economic classification and align the same in the budget to avoid confusion and budget revisions. That the County Assembly should strengthen objective oversight of departmental units by empowering of the technical staff and members of the County Assembly to ensure regular reviews of sectoral reports and follow-up on House recommendations. Mr. Speaker, attached to this report are recommendations, are project details, Mr. Speaker, on ward-based. Mr. Speaker, we had a ward-based of 27 million, but under that 27 million, there's purchase of machineries, which is 10 million that every member was contributing. So you can look at an annex that has been attached to this report. We have all the wards site from Bobasiko sub-county. We have Bonchari sub-county. All wards have been indicated, Mr. Speaker. All the 45 wards are in this annex, Mr. Speaker. And members can go through these reports to ascertain whether what they propose is what is captured in this report. Mr. Speaker, we have reports of the projects which have been carried forward, and all the departments have forwarded those reports. Some are ongoing, some have been completed and have not been paid. Some actually the payments are complete. So all these reports, Mr. Speaker, they've been attached in this report. So, Mr. Speaker, in summary, I want us to go back to page number 9, which shows the recurrent expenditure. And in that recurrent expenditure, Mr. Speaker, I indicated that we have a recurrent expenditure of 11,388,182,931. And the development, Mr. Speaker, we have 7,196,409,467, Mr. Speaker. You can calculate, Mr. Speaker, and realize that as a county, we have overseeded the 30% for development, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, also in this budget, I want to indicate that we've provided funds for an empowerment program. We have also provided funds for the employment of medics and also the ECD teachers, Mr. Speaker, in the forward budget, which will be the financial year 2025-2026. Mr. Speaker, we also have a school feeding program, Mr. Speaker. If you look at this budget, That is about 200 and, sorry, Mr. Speaker, 96 million, Mr. Speaker. So this one will ensure that all the ECD learners, Mr. Speaker, get some meals as they learn. Mr. Speaker, we also have an empowerment program in this budget of about 250 million. Mr. Speaker, I want also to confirm to the House that in the forward budget, we shall be engaging in our own machineries for the construction of roads. Because, Mr. Speaker, we realize that if we have our own machines, it will be cheaper, Mr. Speaker, to manage our roads. So we will sit down and agree on the kilometers that every ward will get. Then, Mr. Speaker, that will be, it will actually help us. Also, in case of emergencies, Mr. Speaker, we normally have a problem, especially when you find that somebody has died and people need a road that will access that home, Mr. Speaker. We don't have machines. So we've provided around 1.8, Mr. Speaker, billion that will be used to purchase the machines, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to ask the House to support this report, and I would like to invite the Honorable Deputy Speaker to second the report.
Yes, yes.
Honorable Speaker, I also want to thank the Chair for Budget for the work well done, and for the first time he has been brief, because the previous budget reports he has taken 2-3 hours to be able to read them. Today he has been able to summarize. Honorable Speaker, I want to thank the members of the Budget Committee for the work well done and for burning the midnight oil to be able to present this document to the House. I have noted a few challenges here and there, but we want to agree that we can be able to raise them during our debate. I therefore second the Budget Committee report. Thank you.
Honourable members, I now propose that this House adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriation Committee on the Kisii County Budget estimates for the financial year 2025-2026, tabled on Wednesday, 18th June 2025. Yes, Leader Minority.
Mr. Speaker, I do not want to oppose this report, but I want members to get a bit of time. We need about 1 hour to read this. Mr. Speaker, I'll quickly go through the carry forward projects. In my ward, Mr. Speaker, Kiamowere Mbanda Road, which was there 2.8 million, is not carried forward. And also the other day, Mr. Speaker, the road that I brought and the committee called the CEC for roads came to talk about, which is under construction, called Nyamotaro Size Road. It's not carried forward, Mr. Speaker. And that is in Maran Ward. And I believe there could be other wards that have not been quick to look through. So I want that I urge we take a bit of time so that we carry forward these projects, Mr. Speaker. Because if we don't do this, then many wards are going to lose out. And if we pass without carrying forward, Mr. Speaker, we'll be able to lose out. So I'll seek just a few minutes for members to go through so that we are able to give to the chair what is carrying forward, what is missing. Because it's largely 90% of what we want is there, so that we are able to go through and support the report. So I know I can sit the front carefully by the 45 members to see what is there, so that we are able to carry forward and move as a house. So if we can seek maybe even 20 minutes, Mr. Speaker, so that members who have just seen can be able to carry. That's why we are here, Mr. Speaker, to represent our people.
Yes, Honorable Moshenderi.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Chair, for this report. Honorable Speaker, I also wanted to address the Chair that throughout this exercise of budget making process, I have heard a song that let's carry forward the projects that have not been paid, Honorable Speaker. And the practice, the requirement of the Public Finance Management Act, Honorable Speaker, is that anything that has been committed always is treated as the first charge in the budget. Honorable Speaker, I have gone through the entire list of roads that has been submitted, Honorable Speaker, and including the road that was recently awarded and has not been executed for Bokimonge. And Honorable Speaker, the entire road department, there is nothing carried forward for the Bokimonge ward, Honorable Speaker. I do not know which clarity maybe the chair, because sometimes there can be an assumption that there are those ones which are expecting to be paid, Honorable Speaker. But until such a time that payment is done, Honorable Speaker, you cannot be sure what happens if payment is not.
Proceed.
We begin to introduce them at a supplementary, but even if we were to consider those that have already been executed, even the very recent that was actually given to the contractor who is not on site is not carried forward, Honorable Speaker. I've also gone through the list for what, Honorable Speaker, and the entire project again for Bokimonge ward are not carried forward. And I think, Chair, including the ECD, Honorable Chair, I had a discussion with the Chair for Budget Committee, where two ECD classes for Bokimonge were not carried forward. And there was a discussion with the Waziri, so I expected if that was taken at the departmental level, it was noted down, then it should be reflected, because what we pass in this budget is actually what we approve is what should be carried forward. Honorable Speaker, even those discussions are not captured here. Maybe the chair will be able to give clarity so that I'm at peace with the project for Bokimonge ward, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Sonye.
Honorable Speaker, I also wish to state, as my colleagues have stated, and I will wish to support what Reader for Minority has given to the House, because I can also confirm from what I see in the budget that we have been given. In my ward, we have missed some roads which are ongoing and they have not been carried forward. So it means that there is an issue, not only roads, also classes which are ongoing. I can see they have not been brought out, because as I'm looking on the one which were to be forwarded, which were to go forward, page 7, Sameta Mukwerero, we had about 7 classes, but I can see they have dropped 2 and we are remaining with about 5. So it is important that we take some little more time, look at this budget, maybe 1 hour as the Reader of Minority had suggested, in that we'll be able to bring everything into book, and then we will pass the budget as it is. It is good that we do the amendment before we pass it. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Ongeli. Honorable Sonia, you can put your mic off.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to raise a concern on the ward-based projects that have been captured for Majoge Bus. And yesterday, I did raise a concern about the description of a project. There's a project that is indicated completion of Tunta Dispensary. Mr. Speaker, this is a multi-year project that is ongoing, and we have already done the groundwork. We are going to, the amount that has been allocated here, 3 million, will be doing the first floor, and therefore the description should not be completion of Tunta Dispensary, it should be construction of Tunta Dispensary. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Motume, I saw your hand up and I don't want to.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank the Chair of Budget for the work well done. I have been having a consultation with the Leader Majority, my heart was boiling, but he had tried to calm me down. I hope the chair budget will be able to give clarification on the issues that members are raising. I'll be able to comment once that clarification has come from the chair budget.
Thank you. Don't want to have a sword. If your heart has returned, thank you. Honorable Beatrice. Yeah. Honorable Beatrice first, before you chair.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, sir, for giving me this chance to also air my views. I have 3 concerns. One of my roads known as Riemugaka, which has been awarded, is not appearing. 2, my 2 ECD classes, Riombasa ECD and Magenge ECD classes, worth 3 million, are not appearing even after consulting yesterday with the Waziri and the chair budget. And there is this Mogonga market toilet of 1 million, whereby people have been demonstrating over the same toilet. It has not been awarded. It is not appearing. Honorable Speaker, thank you.
Honorable Chair Budget, you have heard the issues raised by honorable members, and it is a closed board. No, order. Honorable Chair, because I know there are 45 wards, and if I give every honorable member, he will raise the issue in his ward. Can you address? You have heard the concerns from few of them. Can you address the issues before we proceed?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I want to confirm that the issues that members are raising are genuine issues, and as people are representing people who have their projects in the current financial year, they should be worried, Mr. Speaker. But then I also want to confirm that all the projects in roads have been carried forward, Mr. Speaker. It's only that there is not that list in the annex, but I have a soft copy. And yesterday, Mr. Speaker, I called all the members to confirm their projects. I gave out the list for ECD for those projects, Mr. Speaker. You were here when I was telling members not to go and confirm their projects before they proceed. Mr. Speaker, some came and confirmed, some did not even come to confirm. But then, because we want to move forward, Mr. Speaker, I have a list with me here of all the projects in the Department of Roads, Mr. Speaker. So, somebody wants to confirm, can confirm. But for the one for Bukimonge, Mr. Speaker, I've confirmed it's forwarded. The one for Maran is forwarded. All the projects, Mr. Speaker, for roads have been forwarded. Actually, a total of almost 1.6 billion, the Department of Roads have been forwarded, Mr. Speaker. So, members of the County Assembly should not be worried about the department. The only problem is it was not printed to be attached in the annex, Mr. Speaker. I think there was an oversight. But I can work with the clerk to ensure that it's printed. And
Order. Yes, Chair.
I'm sending a copy to the clerk to print that copy, that annex for roads. It will be brought here, Mr. Speaker, in the next 10 minutes.
Order.
So, Mr. Speaker, to make it easy, let me send a copy on WhatsApp on the group of 45 elected leaders, Mr. Speaker. So
Chair, yes. Order. I am directing that you have a clerk. Chair, I am directing that you send the soft copy to your clerk so that honorable members can get copies as we proceed, so that we don't want to have any doubt. So just send a soft copy to the clerk. Let us get copies as we proceed, so that each honorable member can get satisfied with his projects as we move forward. You see, when I talk about projects, I don't know, roads, water, agriculture, it is all projects of every honorable member. So I am not specific here, it is all a project. If it's about Malan, it is his projects. Senior, Honorable Munyenye.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. First, I want to thank the chair, budget. I think in Kisii Central Ward, yesterday I was with the chair here, and I was having my accountant, Ramos, from Nyatieko. At least in my ward, he has left 2 toilets, Ntundero and Nyansancha. And here, the calculation is 17 million plus 10, that's 17 million. You have left out 1.2 million. Ntundero and Nyansancha toilets. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, let us get that copy, then we proceed. Just 1 minute, Honourable Richmond, Chair of Culture.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I think the issues are so pertinent that we cannot proceed without, but as I'm here, I've just confirmed, I'm told from the department, especially the Department of Roads, everything was carried forward. It's only that we are having an issue with the printers. When they print, since they do it in a hurry, they have just left some pages somewhere. So we can maybe direct the clerk, as you have said, to do it.
You know, Chair, on order. You see sometimes, order. You know, sometimes you like to be like the speaker because already I have even the election, but it is okay if you want to repeat it, no problem. You know, we are saying the chair is sending the copy to the clerk to print so that they can be availed in this house. Other members, I have ruled that the chair would have failed the list. What do we need to do? This is an issue which was raised by Honorable Mbaji, with the majority leader, and we have agreed. So I respect if I give you a chance, you are not speaking of the same issue. Yes, point of information, but not on the same.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm not standing, Mr. Speaker, to challenge your ruling, but you can see the mood in the House, Mr. Speaker, and I'm requesting that because if we wait for the time, the entire document to be printed for the 45 members of this House representing the wards, it will take more time, and I'm requesting, Mr. Speaker, that you allow the chair Patchett to share the soft copy to the group of 45 so that the members can quickly peruse instead, Mr. Speaker, maybe of waiting for the hard copies.
Honorable Chair, members, I mean, sharing the list in soft copy, there's no harm. But as an house, we need hard copies here. That's what I'm saying. In fact, you don't need permission from the chair or the speaker to share the copy. You could have shared even by yesterday. So it's not about the speaker to elect the chair to share the list. So I think that one has been done. Thank you. So we can proceed. Yes, Honorable Buhari.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And we've all understood your ruling, Mr. Speaker. As you see the elected members rising and complaining about projects of their wards, it's because that shows their hands on the projects that needs to be done in Kisii County. And it's important that we're making progress. Mr. Speaker, I'm looking about this summary report, the estimates that we have, Mr. Speaker. And I can say that from where I sit, Mr. Speaker, and I speak to people, the people I also represent who are the women of Kisii County, I speak to them and we can see progress, Mr. Speaker, from the last financial year to this one. We can see at least development. We see things working. And Mr. Speaker, it's an echo to all the leaders that have pushed to ensure that projects have been done in the specific wards.
Order, members. Yes, proceed.
Mr. Speaker, the majority leader is speaking as I'm speaking, and I want him to listen to whatever I have to share.
Proceed.
I address the speaker, so I don't know why you guys love shouting. You can raise your hand, Honorable Brenda, and also raise your point. Honorable Speaker, even as we are all deliberating on this, it's a concern from my side. I represent the women, and I'm nominated to represent the women in this house. Mr. Speaker, even as we look at our budget, we've not been very keen on gender-based violence. Mr. Speaker, recently in our situational analysis, something that we had done last month, we were able to prove that GBV cases are rising in Kisii, and we are actually the top. But we have not done anything, and Mr. Speaker, I hope that in the subsequent budgets, Mr. Speaker, our leader of majority will be keen on this and ensure that we have some funds set aside for matters of sensitization, Mr. Speaker. And even, Mr. Speaker, we had a very important day. That's the World Menstruation Day. We did not even have the sanitary towels. What I'm trying to put down, Mr. Speaker, is as nominated members of the County Assembly, we support our elected leaders, and I hope they also support us so that we have a few activities to also show that there is something we are doing, not only to show, but also to be on the ground and support them. Because you see, we have come here, every elected member has given out their budget, they are showing what they want to do for their people. But Mr. Speaker, what do we have to show as the women of this house to our people out there? That we also need to get out there, take even sanitary towels. Mr. Speaker, even in the most important days of the county, when we are supposed to celebrate the days that we celebrate, even Mr. Speaker, the GBV, the 16 days of GBV, we do not allocate any money. And Kisii County has the most cases of GBV. So, Mr. Speaker, I request that this House, I can see the Deputy Speaker, Mr. Amos Onderi, is keeping the Deputy Speaker busy, but I hope this is considered. And Mr. Speaker, another issue that we have noted in the county is matters health. Mr. Speaker, we are understaffed in the health department. So as we pass the budget, we hope that we are going to get a way that we look at that department keenly, so that we have enough.
Proceed.
So that we have enough practitioners. Mr. Speaker, finally, I will finish with the issue of pending bills, which has been a problem in this House. And Mr. Speaker, I hope that even as we pass this budget, we start now looking at the pending bills and ensure we have cleared with that one, so that we give room for more development. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Yes, Honorable Chim Kenyanya.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for according me the opportunity also to raise some concern in regard to this budget. From there are some departments which have not been captured, especially the lands and fiscal planning. Like in my own members, Honorable members, this is not your market. Honorable members, we are not in a market. Can you be orderly, please? Proceed. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I had allocated 3 million shillings for the street lighting of Tabaka Market, but from this extract here in the budget, I've not seen whether it has been captured as an ongoing project, because this is money that I had set aside for lighting of Tabaka as an urban center. Number two, Mr. Speaker, there was a typo error in the Department of Water where I had allocated 1 million for the construction of 4 springs, but I've seen they have indicated 5, which means it is going to be, it is an error which needs to be corrected. So thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you. Yes, Honorable Commissioner.
Honorable Speaker, I appreciate this opportunity to also make my contribution in as far as these budget estimates are concerned. Allow me to start by really thanking the chair and his team, the budget committee, for bringing the proposals before us. And particularly, I am very grateful about the allocations that have been done towards the health department. For a very long time, Honorable Speaker, staff who come from our various hospitals have raised concerns about their remuneration. And it is important that we acknowledge the fact that the Budget Committee has put aside some funds to make sure that these health workers, their outstanding payments have been made. Also, Honorable Speaker, allow me to point out another positive contribution from the Budget Committee. There is budgeting for community health promoters. Honorable Speaker,
order, lead the minority, lead the majority, order. Minority whip. You are supposed to whip them, instead you want me to whip you. Yes, proceed, Commissioner.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I was mentioning earlier that the community health promoters, there is a deliberate allocation for remuneration for community health promoters. We have seen the allocation from the national government. We trust that even within the county, we'll be able to not just pay, but clear all the outstanding balances and make sure that these individuals who carry a very important component of this society's welfare are well remunerated. Honorable Speaker, when the budget chair was presenting, he said we have before us a budget of 18.5 billion. And he has said 11.3 billion is for recurrent and 7.1 billion is for development. He went ahead and said that we should be happy as a county because we have made the minimum 30% development that is supposed to be there. Allow me, Honorable Chair, to challenge that position a little bit. The truth is that out of the 7.1 billion, 3 billion is carry forward. And this 7.1 billion is catering for 2 financial years. So the whole truth is that if you spread this 38% into 2 financial years, we have not reached the minimum of 30%, which is expected every financial year, Honorable Speaker. So it's important that the budget team lets us know what are the plans that they would have in place, therefore, to eventually meet a minimum of 30% development expenditure every financial year, not when we carry forward our allocation. Also, Honorable Speaker, we know that the Constitution under Article 10 is expecting us to at least make sure that public participation is done in every item that touches on Mwananchi. Speaker, I would wish just to bring to the attention of the budget chair that the budget estimates that were presented to this House, under the column of public participation, there's absolutely nothing that has been allocated. Would wish to probably be getting the comfort from the budget chair that there is someone else they have allocated public participation budget. Because when you go to the public, you should be able to allocate ways in which they are able to be compensated and all the other affairs. I'm looking at page 6 of the budget estimates that were presented to this House. I guess that was, it was tabled on the 29th of April. In the page 6, under the column for public participation, there's absolutely nothing. Interestingly, under public participation, disaster services and special programs, it is under special programs that mostly all the programs that go to girl child empowerment, women empowerment, this is usually where monies are allocated. This column this time round has 0 allocation. I don't know whether it is deliberate or there's another vote head that is going to cater for those important responsibilities. Then, Honorable Speaker, I also wish to bring to the attention of the House that one of the allocations that have been made under, there's an allocation that is at 2.7 million for construction of gates at ATC. We are going to construct 4 gates at 2.7 million. While the estimates could be validated by engineers who provide estimates for gates, I am just noticing that 2.7 million has been allocated for gates, but at the same time, there is rehabilitation of factories, coffee factories. This house has talked a lot about coffee factories, and there is a zero allocation for this rehabilitation of coffee factories. Because this budget is saying that only 4 gates will be constructed at ATC, and an allocation of 2.7 million has been done for 4 gates at ATC, my proposal would have been that for now we start with an allocation of 700,000 to construct those 4 gates. Then we reallocate 2 million out of that 2.7 million to go for the rehabilitation of coffee factories, because this house has discussed about coffee farmers for a very long time. A support of that nature for a start would help. So thank you, Honorable Speaker. Those are my submissions.
Yes.
Honorable Speaker, from the onset, I support the report by the Budget Committee. However, concerns have been raised, and these concerns actually touch on the people that we represent. And I wanted to be of the opinion that the current report has annexures, and the first annexure is the departments of water. There is an annexure for the Department of Education, and the Honorable Chair has also brought the annexure for the Department of Roads. All of them touching on the project that belong to the current financial year. And the concern of the members is they are not sure whether these current year projects have been carried forward, whether completed, not tendered, or awarded but not done. We wanted to agree by resolution of the House that let all the projects belonging to 2024-2025 be expunged from the record, and the Honorable Chair for Budget ensure that all the projects, whether they are just currently awarded, not awarded, ongoing on the ground, but so long as they are not paid, that all those projects must be carried forward so that no ward loses any money. And therefore, if we rely on the current annexures, it will be very difficult for us to proceed with this debate. Because myself in Masige West, I do not see a toilet or a pit latrine for Riyabo Primary School. So the only way we can be able to cure this, because it means we go back to Kamkunji and start discussing, is to completely dispatch the records on the annexures and agree that we are proceeding the discussion of the budget with an agreement or a decision of the House that all projects in the current budget not paid must be moved forward for us to be able to pass the budget. And I want to ask the Honorable Amos Onderi to support.
Yes, Honorable Kimonge.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to support the motion that has been moved by the Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable Jaco Barongo Bagaka, Honorable Speaker, for reasons that he has actually cited. Honorable Speaker, you will realize that yes, members had access to some of these annexed documents. They made amendments, but most likely those amendments, we have not reprinted the other documents which will be having those amendments. And if we proceed with this and adopt this report with this annexures, Honorable Speaker, it will be misleading to this House. And therefore, all these annexures we have said are going to be expunged from the record of this House, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Leader was consulting.
So, okay, proceed.
Yeah, thank you. Honorable Speaker, I was saying I want to agree with the Deputy Speaker and the wisdom of the chairperson for Committee on Budget and Appropriation, that the annexures reading Trade, Industry, Marketing project for 2024-2025 be expunged. Honorable Speaker, the annexure that is on education be expunged. Honorable Speaker, that the annexure that is on this report that is on roads be expunged. The annexure that is on health services also be expunged, Honorable Speaker. And all of them, all the annexures be expunged, except the annexure, Honorable Speaker, that is having word-based project, because that then is part of the report of this House. So the other annexures be expunged. And then a resolution, Honorable Speaker, that you will put a question is that all the projects that were in the previous financial year, 2024-2025, that have not been paid so far at the conclusion of this budget be carried forward into the budget of 2025-2026, Honorable Speaker, and I support.
Yes, Honorable North Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the proposal by Deputy Speaker is good, but it's conditional. What we want, and this is what we agreed as a budget committee, Mr. Speaker, let all the projects 2024-25 be carried forward. That's what we'll do. Not paid. We say, let us carry forward. Then, Mr. Speaker, once they are paid in the supplementary budget, those that have been paid can be cleared. That's what we are saying. Because, Mr. Speaker, even health is not here. There is no payment that has been done in this month, Mr. Speaker. And the control budget was here of Kisii. Said so far, we have only absorbed 16% in terms of payment. Mr. Speaker, what it simply means, we haven't paid any. And it's good for the county, it's good for the government that my good friend is representing, that we carry forward. Because, and I'm happy that even the Deputy Speaker is accepting, he can't see this. So to make the work easier for the chairman budget, let us agree as a house that all the projects be carried forward. We expunge all these others that are annexures because they are having errors, Mr. Speaker. That I'll support.
Yes, Leader, majority.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Mbachi, what you've talked and what the Deputy Speaker has just said is one and the same thing. Let us agree as a resolution of this assembly that all the annexures which are in the report, Honorable Speaker, be expunged. And we agree that all the projects, Mr. Speaker, which have not been paid be carried forward, Honorable Speaker. And as a government, Honorable Speaker, in fact, we are the people, Mr. Speaker, who needs those projects more than anybody else. And as a house, we should give a resolution. And in the report, the chair is just giving me, if you allow me to read, Honorable Speaker, or let him read the report alone. Mr. Speaker, as a house, let us give a resolution that all projects which are pending and have not been paid, which are on, be carried forward, so that we allow, Mr. Speaker, you put a question, we expunge the annexures, we agree that we have to carry all those projects, Mr. Speaker, so that if they be paid, like the leader of minority has said, when we come to the supplementary, Honorable Speaker will be able to do away with them. Thank you. I support.
Honorable Gugu.
Honourable Speaker, I want to thank the Deputy Speaker for this proposal. Honourable Speaker, I want to thank the county government of Kisii. They have done so many projects on the student discount. Like in my ward, all the projects have been procured. Some are ongoing, few have been completed, and the contractors are doing a good job in the Mainja ward in particular. So, Honourable Speaker, these contractors have used their own money. If we don't carry forward these projects in the budget with their allocations, then we want, Honourable Speaker, to punish our contractors who have used their money to do this project. So, Honourable Speaker, I want to agree on this so that we proceed and ensure that all the projects that have not been paid, we don't know what has been paid, which has not paid already. So the government knows very, very well which projects, Honourable Speaker, have not been paid. On our classroom, which has been done, Honourable Speaker, to standards I've never seen on our student discount. That classroom, Honourable Speaker, is not, Honourable Speaker, in this list, and I know it's not paid. So, Honourable Speaker, I support that this be carried forward. Honourable Speaker, I will request you to put a question.
Yes, Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to support what the Honorable Deputy Speaker said, that we expunge all these annexes. However, Mr. Speaker, I wanted to also confirm that the annex for roads that we were looking for was with this report. It's only that we could not see it. Mr. Speaker, if you go to my report on page number 14, Can go to the report, page number 14. So Speaker, it reads that the County Treasury should prepare a list of all projects in the current financial year, which is 2024-2025, that may not have been completed or paid, and forward them to the next financial year, 2025-2026, to avoid stalling of the programs. So, Mr. Speaker, we had already made this recommendation as a budget committee, and we agreed to forward all these projects, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, at times you realize that the executive is working hard to pay those people who have worked on these projects, but Mr. Speaker, there's also a problem with the COB. You realize that there's frustration from COB, and we also say that there's also a delay in procurement and other things, Mr. Speaker, which necessitate these projects not to be completed within a financial year. So for us to be safe and also have confidence of the contractors who work for us, Mr. Speaker, it's prudent that we forward all these projects, Mr. Speaker, as the Honorable Deputy Speaker has indicated, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, all I can plead with this House is that as we also forward all the projects, eventually, Mr. Speaker, the appropriation bill will be affected. So when it comes to passing the appropriation bill, Mr. Speaker, I will also ask the House to pass the appropriation bill with amendments so that at least when we capture these reports, it will be fair going forward, Mr. Speaker. It will capture the reports. Thank you.
Honourable members, as a resolution of this House, all of the projects in the current financial year to be carried forward to 2025-2026 financial year. As many of the same opinion say aye, as many of the contrary say nay, the aye have it. We have agreed that all projects of the current financial year to be carried forward for 2025-2026 financial year. Thank you. Yes, yes.
Honorable Speaker, thank you. But I just wanted to, for the record, that it is all projects of the financial year not paid. Just for the record, because the ones which are paid...
Of course, we cannot move the one which has been paid.
Cannot be paid. And I want to thank the members for agreeing for us to move forward. And I don't know that it's the right time for me to make my contribution for the budget now, for the report.
You can proceed.
Honorable members, Honorable Speaker, the current budget 2025-2026 brings forth a lot of hope to the people of Kisii. The budget, the previous budget that we did in the first year, that's 2022-2023, was not properly implemented. And the people of Kisii did not get the fruits of devolution as it was expected. But I want to thank the current government that in 2024-2025, as it is, or as it can be seen across all the 45 wards, there has been enormous change or transformation in terms of the Department of Health, the Department of Water, and the Department of Roads. But then you can agree with me that in the Department of Education there has been a greater transformation in the ECD sector, because currently either now or past a few months there is a class being built or completed in each and every ward where that class was. And we have built almost 100 classes, either ongoing or completed. And the biggest support that comes from the current policy is that there is going to be bought equipment worth over 1.5 billion that will be able to transform the road sector. Once the equipment are bought, it means now we are no longer going to wait for contractors to go on site, and those contractors that do not have capacity who have been awarded before will no longer have a chance to get to awards. What will happen is, if this equipment is properly managed, then we will have a continuous maintenance of our roads. As you know, Mr. Speaker, our roads are basically maram. And whenever you do a road within a year, because of heavy rains, the maram is washed away and the roads are no longer passable. So the purchase of equipment is a good idea, that once it's implemented, then we'll have a continuous process of being able to maintain those particular roads. I also want to thank the executive for seeing it fit that we have a fire station at Ogembo municipality. Currently, we only have a fire station in the municipality of Kisii, which is not able to respond to fires that happen outside the municipality. Therefore, the construction of a fire station and the purchase of one will be able to extend those critical services closer to the people. Most people can agree that this current government has built a lot of dispensaries and hospitals across the 45 wards. In my very own ward, we have built Riabo Mother and Child Hospital, which is 70% complete. We have also been able to build Nyabisia Dispensary. We were able to equip Mosaria Dispensary, and we are upgrading into a level 3 hospital in this current year. What now remains is employment of nurses and critical care service providers. And this budget that we have here today, Mr. Speaker, provides for employment of up to 300 medical staff to be able to support and ensure that these hospitals we have been able to build, we're able now to equip them and have the service providers so that we can be able to bring closer these health services closer to the people. Honorable Speaker, I want to ask the House, as we pass this budget, we agree that even if we buy those particular equipment for the roads, in previous administration, and the examples we have gotten from Narok County, which has done this before, if the equipment is not properly handled and the regulations are not met, we might not be able to achieve what we intend to do. I want to ask that this House, once the budget is passed, comes up with regulations to be able to support the management of those particular equipment to be able to serve the people of Kisii. My last comment, Honorable Speaker, is that at some point, I lost hope and thought that supporting Governor Simba Arati was a wrong thing, because everyone was saying anything negative about the current governor. But in the past 1 year, I have gone back to my ward, I have listened to many people, and I can agree that the governor had a dream, and that dream is starting to come to fruition now. And everyone who sits in this county, anyone who comes from more than 45 county wards, can be able to see that the transformation agenda that the governor had is now can be able to be seen. And I want to ask the members of County Assembly of Kisii to pass this budget, and of course with amendments we have agreed in the Committee of the Whole. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, I think we are agreeing. And as Territory Minority said, of course, echoed by the TS, you know, sometimes when we are in this House, where there are also rules and the procedures, what we have said, it is that all projects, not all projects that awesomely, but all projects ongoing and not paid, because there are those projects which have been paid for the financial year. So we must be very clear that not all projects, because we say all projects for the financial year 2024-2025, it means even those which have been paid. But we are saying all projects which are ongoing and not paid must be carried forward for the financial year 2025-2026 as a resolution of this House. I think it must be clear like that, as the leader of minority said, and of course tears. Thank you. So let us concentrate our contribution to the current, because that one we have agreed, so that we can make the progress. Honorable Motume, before I give you leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank you for your Solomonic wisdom that oozed from my colleague and counterpart, Mr. Bagaka Jacob, that we take forward everything that was in the previous budget. We thank you. Mr. Speaker, on record, I want to raise a point of correction on the budget, chair budget. On Trade, Tourism and Industry Department, the market indicated to belong to Chitago Borabu, Kolo Tanchi Market, belongs to Masige East Ward. So you can make that correction, Mr. Speaker. And also, Mr. Speaker, I've seen from the budget that we have passed that the Kionyo Market shed, already the voucher has been prepared. Mr. Speaker, I raise a concern here, and through the chair Trade, I raise an objection. Mr. Speaker, the Kionyo Market shed has not been completed. What has only happened there is that a roof has been made, but the worktops have not been made. So, Mr. Speaker, I request the chair, Trade, to follow up so that the contractor is not fully paid when he has not finished his job. Mr. Speaker, also.
Yes. Point of information. Point of information, Honorable Daddy.
Honorable Speaker, I just wanted to let my good friend Honorable Mutume that the document is referring to already expunged and they're not part of the records of this House. So that if he is able to discuss, he can be able to limit himself to the word-based document together with the chairman report, because those reference documents are already expunged and they're not part and parcel of this House.
Thank you.
I think that's okay for.
It's well understood, Mr. Speaker.
Because now you can liaise with the chair and you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. for being keen. Mr. Speaker, I think progressively, since we came to this honorable House, we have been making budgets, and I want to concur with what my other speakers have said, that at least now we are moving. From my ward, something is being done. And I will only be mean if I don't mention that kazi inaendelea. And this is what all of us came here to do, to assist our people, Mr. Speaker. I can note that the governor has lived up to his promise to the people of Kionyo Hospital. He promised them 10 million. I can see in the budget, we have a whooping 15 million. I have every reason to say thank you, Mr. Speaker, because he has lived up to his promise. And this money will go down to my ward to transform the health status of our people. I can also be able to note from the budget that money has been set aside to hire more medics. Mr. Speaker, as I keep on saying, building bricks and mortar structures is not enough to address the health sector and even the education sector. Equipping those structures with the necessary machines, also with the necessary professional and the knowledge to those people who offer the real service is also very important. I want to commend the Budget Committee and the Executive by setting aside money to hire more medics to address the problems in our villages. If you have seen, in my ward, I've been doing so many medical camps because we have less number of medics in our facility. So that is a good thing, and I congratulate the committee. Hiring ECD teachers, it's a good thing. We are building many ECD classrooms. In my ward, the ECD classrooms I had, now I can say they are ongoing. Work is being done. But when we complete them also, something good is happening. Teachers are going to be employed. Why should I not say we are moving on very well? Mr. Speaker, the issue of machinery. Every ward we have donated 10 million, and today I've heard from the chair, we have a total of 1.8 billion that is going to buy equipment. I want to support the sentiments by the Deputy Speaker, Mr. Speaker. Leader of Majority, I want to, Mr. Speaker, he's very happy because now I can see the vibe is good. Mr. Speaker, we have set aside 1.8 billion to go to machineries, Mr. Speaker. One thing that the Deputy Speaker has raised and that requires every member to support is the operationalization of this venture and the total support, Mr. Speaker. Going forward, I expect the chair, maybe roads, together with all the members in that department, to come up with a framework that will assist members to know how we are going to roll out this program. Once we succeed in the rolling out of this program, Mr. Speaker, I can tell you the ratings of this government will improve, and it will not be very difficult for us to face the electorates come 2027, Mr. Speaker. So I wish to support the budget, and hopefully we are going to implement whatever that is in this budget. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Gugu.
Honorable Speaker, except on the expunged attachments of this I wish to thank the Committee of Budget for doing a wonderful job. And I want to thank the Chair Budget for this work. Honorable Speaker, I want to be very brief on this. The Chair Budget knows that the water projects in my ward which were removed and work has been done and completed under threat. So that give you the money. You promised me this time the money will be put there. The washrooms have been completed and the contractor has refused to open those washrooms. So now, Speaker, I expect this to be done and so that they can be paid in Neberege market and the Magenje market. Those two are ward-based and is aware of this. Now, Speaker, under roads, I expect that we had passed some policy here on labor-based works to be done in our wards, particularly on roads. I hope this has been catered for so that we can get some people to do manual jobs on our roads for maintenance. Honorable Speaker, finally, I wish that this budget once passed, as the governor has always done and has promised to do, that procurement will commence immediately. The budget has been approved so that by October, works will start and we shall see the fruits of this budget. So, Honorable Speaker, and finally, we wish to thank the county government for implementing projects in the Magenje ward and the people are smiling. We hope that we shall be able to catch and touch every corner of Magenje in this budget where people are not able to get projects under this current budget. Honorable Speaker, I support. What I don't know, Honorable Speaker, maybe the chair will let us know is the fate of the bursary and what will happen under the current status we are in. Maybe you can comment on the same.
Honorable Member for Machoga Pass, Honorable Ongeri.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I have an inquiry to the chair concerning the County Assembly budget for the financial year 25-26. Mr. Speaker, for the longest time, we have had an issue with our medical insurance cover, Mr. Speaker. And this time around, I'm seeing an allocation that has been put here amounting to 33,222,239 shillings, Mr. Speaker. That is under the County Assembly Legislative and Oversight Services, Mr. Speaker. But again, I'm seeing another amount that has been allocated under Administration, Assembly Services, an insurance cost of 27,879,815,000, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you all know the challenge we have been facing with the bidders is because of the under-budgeting, Mr. Speaker. That has always been the case, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to confirm, I just want a clarification whether these insurance costs, is it the whole amount that has been allocated for the medical cover, Mr. Speaker, or other costs are attached to that, Mr. Speaker? Thank you.
Honorable Ongeri, I am the chair of the service board. This is the group insurance and the medical insurance for honorable members. It is combined. 33 million. So it is proper, there is no another extra costs involved. And of course, on the same, on the other side, there is medical insurance for the staff. So there is a clear separation. Thank you. Honorable Amos.
Speaker, maybe you could correct what has gone unanswered. Instead of saying 33 million, Honorable Speaker, you'll say 33 billion.
No, million.
Yeah, Speaker, thank you.
You know, not all of us who knew the class of accounting, except Honorable Mokaya. So some of us were not accountants, so you can agree. Some of us were medical people, and sometimes we don't know these figures. It's 33 million. That's comprising group insurance and the medical insurance for the honorable members. Of course, there is a portion for the staff. Honorable Mokaya, later you will speak later because later you know you are here to clown everything. Honorable Mokaya.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I wanted to make two inquiries to my budget chair. recently, about 1 month ago, the counties won a case on the road maintenance levy fund of about 10.5. I wanted to know, I didn't get it clear from him. I wanted to know what is the implication of that, of the current budget, because we were supposed to be given that money before the end of this year. And then now, moving forward. Number two, it didn't come out clear. I know we, at the budget committee, we've agreed about the bursaries. I also want, Chair, if you can make it clear about the bursaries moving forward to our students that have been benefiting from the county. Maybe if you can make that clear for the purposes of the media. Thank you.
Yes, Chair. The concern of Honorable Mokaya.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I want to actually answer Honorable Amos that yes, the courts allowed the fuel levy fund, but still there is no clear formula on the sharing of this amount. So in case this amount is allocated, we know the amount that we're going to receive as a county, then we can be able to put it in a budget. And that's why there's also always a provision for supplementary budget. So in case we get these amounts, we'll be able to call for a supplementary budget, and then we cater for these resources. Then the second question that he has asked about the bursaries, Mr. Speaker, I want to confirm that the courts issued a directive where they said that the county should not be giving out bursaries. Actually, the debate that has been going on is about the current budget, where there's a provision for bursaries. So members, people went to court and asked why the control of budget cannot allow counties to disburse bursaries, because already it's captured in the budget. So to date, the amount that is in the budget has not been released. Actually, you saw what the court said yesterday, Mr. Speaker. So going forward, it was then not fair or wise, Mr. Speaker, for us to put the money in the budget. But I've said there's an empowerment program. So if we realize that the bursaries can be able to be given to our people, Mr. Speaker, then, Mr. Speaker, we can always call for supplementary. We even changed that empowerment program to be a bursary, Mr. Speaker. On what my good friend, who is the chair of the welfare, has asked, Mr. Speaker, you answered him well, and actually it should be his concern to mind about the welfare of the members. Mr. Speaker, as you told him, we have two allocations, one for the staff, the other one for the members of the county assembly. And because of our numbers and they are different numbers, we could not have that in the same vote. So that's why there are two votes. Last year, Mr. Speaker, when we had an issue about the insurance, we could not be able to get a better insurance because we had provided for less funds. So this year we provided about 23 million for our medical insurance, which is going to cater for our needs. So, Mr. Speaker, there was also a question about a gate that was asked by Honorable Lillian Gore. She asked about a gate which is costing about 2.7 in the Department of Agriculture, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to inform my good friend who is an accountant that we have the QS in the county, and these QS are the ones who go, they design, they come up with the quantities and the total amount. So they did their job, and they realized that to construct those gates would cost about 2.7 million, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, we cannot go and question, Mr. Speaker, because the PFM Act, Mr. Speaker, is very clear. It says that you should go with the engineers, you get the amount that is costed, then you come and budget for the amount that you've agreed, Mr. Speaker. So I think that one we cannot have a change. But for the coffee factories where she has a concern, and which is a concern for all the members, Mr. Speaker, I want to confirm that the World Bank will be doing the coffee factories, Mr. Speaker. We don't know when, but there's an indicator that it's going to actually do all these projects. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Ogugu asked a question about the latrines which were dropped, actually, Mr. Speaker. It was in the last financial year, Mr. Speaker. We will see whether we will capture the amount, which will be about 1.2 million, Mr. Speaker. There is a very good person who is a senior ranking member of this House, Mr. Speaker. I think we will do him justice going if we actually reinstate those projects, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Honorable, my good friend here, member of County Assembly Masige East, has indicated that there's progress in his ward, and he has also shown that the hospital called Kionyo is going to receive funds, Mr. Speaker. that is courtesy of the governor, Mr. Speaker. I want to say that in this budget, there are also flagship projects which belong to the governor. So when governor was going around, he promised people that he would do something for them. I think that is how he benefited, Mr. Speaker, and also other members benefited, including water projects and also the Department of Trade. So, Mr. Speaker, this budget that we have, Mr. Speaker, is a very good budget, Mr. Speaker. If we put it in good use, Mr. Speaker, we are going to see more benefits, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the current budget that we have every financial of 27 million, Mr. Speaker, at least an impact has been felt in every ward, Mr. Speaker. So what we have, plus the machineries that we are going to have, plus the flagship projects which are going to happen in every ward, Mr. Speaker, I'm sure development will be seen across the county, Mr. Speaker, in every ward. So I want to urge my members, Mr. Speaker, and I want to urge the whole House to support this budget so that it can pass. Mr. Speaker, you're also aware that the assembly was affected. The assembly ceilings were affected, Mr. Speaker. And members of the county assembly, Mr. Speaker, have not received allowances for quite some time, Mr. Speaker. So the earlier we pass this budget, Mr. Speaker, the earlier it's uploaded in the system, and the faster we can actually start utilizing this budget, Mr. Speaker. So thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable member for Kyogolo, Honorable Walter Mochache.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm also upstanding to support the budget because, Mr. Speaker, we've agreed that the other projects that are not appearing here have been taken forward and will be carried forward. So I'm happy and contented that all will be well. Mr. Speaker, a budget is a backbone of the county, and having said so, Mr. Speaker, our people will only feel the benefits of devolution if we have the budget implemented. Mr. Speaker, I can take this opportunity and agree that as a member of Kyogolo Ward, a number of projects have been implemented from the previous budgets. And that one, Mr. Speaker, I can give accolades to our implementation chair, honorable member from Ichuni Ward, for work well done. Mr. Speaker, as I indeed agree that implementation has been done and people are happy from our wards, I can also not forget, Mr. Speaker, to talk of some contractors who have failed us in one way or the other. Mr. Speaker, like from my ward, I have a contractor who was assigned to do some 2 roads back 2023-2024 financial year. But up to date, Mr. Speaker, that contractor has not completed his works. Mr. Speaker, I also have another contractor who was given works on ECD classes, particularly in Monuri Primary School and Boronis Primary School. But up to date, Mr. Speaker, those classes have not been completed. I recommend, Mr. Speaker, going forward, that before procurement is done and some contractors allocated works to do, let there be thorough scrutiny so that we can know their capacity and if they are able to complete some works that they need to do. That's when our people will indeed feel the beauty of the budget. Mr. Speaker, that one also tells me that these 2 contractors, who I cannot be able to mention their names at the moment, I think it is worthy blacklisting them and never to allow them do any other jobs in the county, because they cannot lag us behind for 2 or almost 3 years without any jobs done. Mr. Speaker, I'm happy and glad that the budget is considering to recruit more ECD teachers, and that one is a plus to our communities. Mr. Speaker, it is frustrating that the control of budget is guiding us to issue bursary, because we're recruiting teachers to help our learners, but we do not have resources to facilitate them just because of one person or one office. It is my urge that the control of budget gets to reason and see that indeed our people need these resources to push ahead our learners so that they can get education. Mr. Speaker, as I finish, I can't forget to thank His Excellency the Governor for the flagship projects that he has given around all wards. This equity is a plus to us. Mr. Speaker, checking on the previous regimes, some wards were favored than other wards. But going as per what the current leadership is doing, I can be so thankful and happy that the governor is considering equity, and we are happy as 45 wards, every member here is able to achieve or get benefits from this government. So I'm glad, and I urge that as we pass this budget, may it be implemented quickly so that our people will continue enjoying. Thank you. I rest my case.
Honorable Member for Tabaka, Vice Chair Budget. Good of Honorable Walter.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, once again for according me this opportunity. When I look at the mood of the House, most of the issues which have been raised in this budget have been ventilated through. So I request that you put a question. Thank you.
Honorable members, thank you for the discussion. And honorable members, I now put a question that this House adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriation Committee on the Kisii County budget estimates for the financial year 2025-2026, tabled on Wednesday, 18 June 2025. As many of the same opinions say aye, as many of the contrary opinions say nay, the aye have it. Next order.
Order number 9. Mr. Speaker, sir, motion on Kisii County Assembly. Order number 10, procedural motion by Honorable Henry Muracha, Leader Majority.
Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order number 118, this House resolves that the Kisii County Appropriation Bill 2025 be taken through the second and third reading at the same sitting. And I ask Honorable Mutume to second.
Of course, the clerks, I now propose that pursuant to the provision of Standing Order number 118, this House resolves that the Kisii County Appropriation Bill 2025 be taken through the second and third reading in the same sitting.
Certain public services and purposes.
Thank you. I now commit the bill to the Committee of the Whole.
Pass the standing order to Honorable Chair. Honorable Leader Majority.
Honorable Speaker, I stand on standing order number 31 because I see they have changed the numbers, the sequence in the standing orders. To move that, I now move the extension, Mr. Speaker, of the sitting time to Mr. Speaker to extend the normal sittings, Mr. Speaker, until we finish the business of this, the pending business we have, Mr. Speaker. Because if we continue, Honorable Speaker, we'll be catch up with time and we'll have no time to move this. So I ask Honorable Gugu to second.
Honorable Speaker, this is a serious matter we are debating here today. I second the motion.
Honorable members, I now propose that we extend our sitting time to transact the pending business. Honorable Richmond, and you're not properly in the house, but it's okay.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, since we have a very heavy matter which is before us, I think we can persevere. I would offer to bring some glucose to put more energy. That's from my pocket so that we proceed until we finish. Honorable Speaker, you can proceed and put a question.
Honorable Leader of Minority.
Of course, I'm supporting this motion. It's also good to note that that means we are touching the second session so that you instruct the team to prepare the afternoon paper so that members can sign. I support and Mr. Speaker, we honorable members, the honorable member, my neighbor from Bogega, should desist from saying that he can give honorable members glucose from his pocket. Mr. Speaker, we honorable members, and each one of us here can afford glucose. So that should be rebuked, Mr. Speaker. We should not be told about glucose is given to young girls who are doing athletics. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Put a question.
Honorable members, I now put a question, which is that we extend our sitting time to transact the pending business. May as many of the opinions say aye. Aye. May as many of the contrary opinions say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable members, before you have the appropriation bill of 2025. As you go through it, R will stand for recurrent, D will stand for development. I am guiding the House that given that we approved a resolution of this House to amend clauses belonging to development, once we get to development, I will be able to do one by one. I know we are used to doing, to combining them, but today we'll have to do them one by one because they have to be moved with amendments. So the chair budget, take note. For the current, you can be able to amalgamate them. Yes, Leader.
Thank you for giving us the appropriation bill, and it will be good that as you give directions, I'll be comfortable if the clerks are able to read this to what they answered, the bill for introduction to the county assembly, so that it's captured. Yeah.
Honorable Leader, that is agreed.
R101 to R109.
Honorable members, I propose that R101 up to R109 be part of the bill. Looking at the mood of the House, you allow me to put a question. Honorable Leader of Minority.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Of course, I rise to support. And Mr. Speaker, it's good to notice that the total budget, as read by the chairman, for this financial year coming 25-26, is totaling to 18 billion, Mr. Speaker. And that what we are going to have the R, that's the recurrent is going to take 11 billion 338. That is contained in the report. So all these votes will amount to 11 billion 338 182 931, Mr. Speaker. So and I support, and all these members also need to read this in concurrent with standing order number 207, which gives how you do appropriation for this. So I support, Mr. Chair, and that you can put a question.
Honorable members, Honorable Ogugu.
Honorable Deputy Speaker and Chair for this session, I want also to support this, and the R101 is on our salaries for the county assembly. And Honorable Speaker, I'm seeing that all the entire R101, R109 is actually expenditure on salaries on our employees. And also the members, Honorable Speaker, I support and request that you put a question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to agree with my colleagues, but following the decision of the whole House that say that we forward all the projects, Mr. Speaker, I want to confirm that there are projects which are also in recurrent, like the supply of uniform and balls. So as we also do this, Mr. Speaker, I can request that we pass this also with an amendment.
Honorable Chair, can you clarify? We have projects in the current. Because the R101 to R109 is basically salaries. Maybe they...
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to say that there are projects, for example, from the members of the county assembly and also other projects which will be carried forward. But these projects, they look like development when the real says they are recurrent projects like fuel and also purchase of uniforms. For example, Honorable Member for Tendera had put for purchase of uniforms which looks at development projects by its current project, Mr. Speaker. All these votes, they are salaries and also other expenses, which are recurrent, Mr. Speaker. So that's why I'm insisting that we also move all these ones with amendments.
No, Speaker, the chair budget is not clear on this. You can be specific on a particular department where maybe word-based resources have been on our speakers input so that we can be able to, all the honorable members can know. So you are just general. We don't know where they are. So where do we put them?
Honorable Chair for Budget, if we have to do an amendment at this level, you have to propose the exact amendment. Because from that R1 or 1 to 109 is basically salaries for the Assembly and also for the Executive. Unless you are very sure there is a clause specific, we can pull it out and have an amendment to it.
For 101 to 109, Mr. Speaker, there could be no amendment, so we proceed.
Honorable members, and I put a question which is that R101 up to R109 be part of the bill. May as many of the same opinion say aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
R110 to R114.
Honorable members, I now propose that R110 up to R114 be part of the bill. Honorable Richmond Manani.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I think in what R111, there is the under sports and culture. That's why I think where the chair meant that we can move that one, that only, that vote with amendment because there are a purchase of uniforms there. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
What are you amending? Because
Honorable Speaker, we are moving with amendments because there are some projects that are being carried forward. We don't know, some were not sure whether they were carried forward, as we had said previously.
Honorable Speaker, the front page under the reader majority, they are confusing us. The chair culture, even he brought the Honorable Speaker the projects and he forgot to bring his from his department, the chairs. And they stand here and say we do amendments. Be specific which amendment, how much, do we reduce our heart? Honorable Speaker, they really assisting us, Honorable Speaker. And they are sitting close to one another. The chair sports and the chair budget. What do we amend?
Honorable member, I just want to write, if you have a specific amendment to this clause, you have to move it. It has to be adopted for it to be part of the bill. That's the procedure. Understanding orders are very clear about that. So you cannot come and move a lump sum amendment unless you have specific.
Honorable Speaker, I stand guided. We proceed.
Honorable members, I now put up question, which is that R110 up to R114 be part of the bill. May as many of the same opinion say aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
D101.
Who's going to hide? Leader. Point of order.
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir. We don't have water from yesterday and today. I don't know why.
To inform me about the water. Is the leader of majority informing us? Where is the chairman for welfare? Okay, the honorable member for Ichun Ward has gone to organize for water. Thank you, honorable member for Central Kisii Central Ward. Honorable members, now we have started the development expenditure, and the clerk will read.
D101.
Honorable members, I now propose a question, which is that vote D101 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair for Budget.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. The amounts required in the year ending 30th June 2026 is the capital expenditure for the County Assembly, which is 18 million. Mr. Speaker, there was no question on that, and we want it to pass as it is. And I want to request the majority leader to second.
Honorable Chair, I stand to second.
Honorable members, I now put a question, which is that vote D101 be part of the bill. May as many of the same opinion say aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
D102.
Honorable members, I now propose a question, which is that vote D102 be part of the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move an amendment to D102, the resolution of the whole House, on the amounts required in the year ending 30th June 2026, the Capital Expenditure County Executive, Office of the Governor, and County Public Service Board, which is 200,000. Mr. Speaker, on the figures that will be provided as a result of the carrying forward, Mr. Speaker, I move that we amend this vote to the figures that will be provided. To second.
Honorable. Honorable Speaker, I second.
Honorable members, I now put a question, which is that the amount, which is that vote D102 being the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026, capital expenditure, county executive office of the governor and county public service board be part of the bill with amendments. May as many of the same opinion say aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
D103.
Honorable members, I now propose that vote D103 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair, can we allow
Honorable Speaker, I thought when we make these amendments, we can't just put it blanketly. If the budget, the chair of budget could have proposed that we need to do these amendments, then it needs to be specific. Are we adding or subtracting? So that even when we are passing D102, we are saying that this vote has been amended from 200 to 220. For example, because now when we say just an amendment without proposing of figures, then what are we amending? Thank you.
Honorable Karen, you were part of the House in the morning session, and a resolution of the House allowed that we amend to include all projects that are not yet paid or not yet complete in the forward budget, and therefore the amount will be exactly the amount that is not yet appropriated for next year for the unspent balances for all the projects that were for the current year. So because it's a decision of the House, we might not have the specifics, but what we agreed is that every project that was for this current year and is not yet paid will be included in the forward budget. That's why it might vary the votes. I hope that's clear. Honorable Chair.
Mr. Speaker, what you've said is very clear. And I also want to inform Honorable Karen that at this point we cannot be able to have the exact figures. That's why we are leaving it blank. But once we have the figures, we can be able to provide. So long as the House passes with amendments, we can be able to do the amendments. But probably we are going to include projects which have been dropped. So that tells you that the figures will rise.
D103.
Honorable members, I now propose a question, which is that vote D103 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to move that D104 be moved with amendments as part of the resolution. Sorry. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to move D103 with amendments as part of the resolution in the morning, and I want to ask Honorable Muracha to second.
Honorable Chair, I stand to second.
Honorable members, I now put a question, which is that vote B103 being the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for capital expenditure, Department of Finance, Economic Planning and ICT services be part of the bill with amendments. May as many of the same opinion say aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
D104.
Honorable members, I now propose that vote D104 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair for Honorable Leader Minority.
There's something that I noted, which did not guarantee me to make an amendment, but I'd given the narration to the chair. Among the agricultural projects I have is that I want to promote coffee and bananas. And Mr. Speaker had given specific variety of banana that I wanted. That is the Ngombe type that is good for cooking. And also I wanted Ruiru 11, the variety, original Ruiru 11. So, but I've seen the narration from the chairman, promotion of coffee and banana. That's too blanket, Mr. Speaker. I want it to be noted that I want a specific narration because there is a variety I want to take to my people to plant. That's banana, the ngombe type, and a bit of the improved traditional banana. It was very specific from my team that proposed. And I also made it very clear that we want to plant Ruiru 11 because that's a variety that withstands disease and grows faster. So I would not want the Department of Agriculture to bring me any seedlings to the ward. So I wanted the chairman to take note of that so that in the budget, that narration will be captured as we had put it. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to assure my good friend, and who is also my grandfather, Honorable Dennis Ombachi, that his narration will be catered for. We will have his Ruiru 11 and the Ngombe bananas that he will give his people in Marani, Mr. Speaker. But that does not affect the amounts, it's only the narration. So for the amounts, that for the vote D104, I want to move with amendments, and I ask Honorable Muracha to second.
Honorable Speaker, I stand to second.
Honorable members, I now put a question, which is that vote D104, being the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026, capital expenditure, Department of Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries and Cooperatives, be part of the bill with amendments. May as many of the same opinion say aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
D105.
Honorable members, I now propose that clause D105 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair for PAC.
Honorable Speaker, I'm so much impressed by that D105. Water, Honorable Speaker, I think is water, energy, natural resources and the climate change. Honorable Speaker, water is a necessity and water is actually very more than life. Honorable Speaker, this is why ladies are working hard. I want to thank the chair for water. These are a huge amount. I've never seen Honorable Speaker underwater. And I think, Honorable Speaker, I support and I propose that you put a question.
Honorable Speaker, thank you. As you all know, water is life. So in some minutes past, we have been asked for water from Honorable Monyenye. So in the next financial year, we are going to provide enough water. We are going to take care of our environment. We are going to provide for energy for everybody in the county. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, I want to join Honorable Gugu to thank this department. They have done a wonderful job in terms of implementation of their programs. In my ward, they have implemented all that was put. And Mr. Speaker, it's a department that, in my opinion, is #1 in implementation of programs. I really wish to ask the Department of Roads to borrow from this to see how things are done. They need to go there and they can benchmark, Mr. Speaker. It doesn't do any harm. We are in the same government. They can visit there and they can be able, because the CEC there is a lady. Also the CEC in Roads is a lady. The chief officer is a man. The chief officer in Roads is a man. The only difference maybe in water is that the chairperson from this house is a lady. I don't know whether that is what is there, but I want to congratulate them And I feel that this is the department, all of us, in the near future, will put. So that's why I'm saying, Mr. Speaker, that we need to carry forward, because many of them have not been paid, but they have done their job. A commendable job. For me, this one, I give them very good marks. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I support.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have noted with concern that this is the department which has the highest allocation. However, roads still leads, but then we want to say that it has done a tremendous job, Mr. Speaker. And I want to tell Honorable Gugu that under the word-based, I'm the one who allocated the highest amount on water, Mr. Speaker, and it should go on record, Mr. Speaker. And on this vote, yes, on this vote, Mr. Speaker, D105, which is the development expenditure for water, energy, natural resources, and climate change, I also want to move it with amendment following the decision that was made by the House in the morning, and I want to ask Honorable Muracha to second.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as I want to second, I also want to recommend the Department of Water. They have done us great, and I believe in the forward budget, once we come to pass the other budget, which is for the next year, Honorable Malak will be a proud person because we'll be having machinery and the roads will be shining in this assembly. And I believe it shall pass, it shall come to pass. So, Honorable Malak, I wish you well, but I want to thank my sister for the chair water to have done us great. I stand to second, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Looking through the trend of this House is that we made a resolution in the morning under very unique circumstances, Honorable Speaker, and that we do not have the figures. We want to move forward. Honorable Speaker, instead of us going vote by vote, and we know very well the resolution we made, I was going in the departments remaining for capital expenditure is the Department for Education, Training, Innovation, for Health Services, Culture, and the rest. Honorable Speaker, I was going to ask that now that it is obvious, we will have to pass this with amendments once we get the figures. Why don't we place a question from D106 to D114, Honorable Speaker, so the Chair is able to propose that we adopt those with amendments, and the second, Honorable Speaker, and we dispose of that matter.
Honorable Nderi, as well as I appreciate from the tone of the other members and the mood that people are a bit tired, it is required that we go close by close if we are amending. If we are not amending, because these are different departments, it should be clear on record that that particular department was touched. So I want to ask the patience of members, because this will benefit the members that we represent. We take that extra 30 minutes or so to do the right thing. Honorable members, I now put a question, which is that D1055, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for capital expenditure in the Department of Water, Energy, Environment, Natural Resources, and Climate Change be part of the bill with amendments. May as many of the same opinion say aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
D106.
Honorable members, I propose that vote number D016 be part of the bill. You can stop commenting and we will move.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and it's good that you've guided very well, that once you're passing an amendment, we go vote by vote. So I also want to move this D106 with an amendment for the Department of Education, Technical Training, Innovation and Manpower Development, because Mr. Speaker, you are aware there were classes which were dropped, then this would allow room for them to be reinstated in the budget. And I want to ask the majority leader to second.
Honorable Speaker, I stand to second.
Honorable members, allow me to give Lee and Goal because she has not spoken.
Honorable Speaker, I'm not amending anything. The budget chair has moved everything. I just wanted to seek some clarification and comfort from the chair budget that this figure 454 million, does it also include bursary? There was a time we had challenges where we were not able to get exchequer releases for bursaries because they were included under development. So is it here or that issue was sorted with the other vote for recurrent? Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That is a good concern. But I indicated in the morning that there will be no bursary in the financial year 2025-2026. What we have is a school feeding program, which is under recurrent. So basically, all this amount that you're seeing here is for the construction of ECD classes, the vocational training centers. Thank you.
Honorable Leader Minority.
Mr. Speaker, in the report, some mentioning that we are going to have ECD teachers employed. Mr. Speaker, the figures or the numbers were not given, and maybe the chair needs to clarify so that as we go home, the honorable members will know, because you see, the governor the other day indicated is going to employ about 300 nurses, but now for the ECD teachers, what's the indication so we can take home?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to tell Honorable Mbachi that the concern you are raising is genuine, but for now I cannot be able to provide you with figures. All you need to do is to go to the budget, look at the current budget on the salaries. If you look at the salaries, they've increased. So that amount you calculate from the salary that somebody is supposed to earn, and also the annual increment, then from there you can be able to get the number of people that you're going to employ. That will be the formula anyway.
Honorable members, I now put a question, which is that clause D 106, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for capital expenditure, Department of Education, technical training, innovation, and manpower development be part of the bill with amendments. May as many of the same opinion say aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
D107.
Honorable members, I now propose that vote D 107 be part of the bill.
Mr. Speaker, I want to say that once a lady is close to me, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Let them get water first, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Department of Medical Services, Public Health and Sanitation, Mr. Speaker, I want to move that vote, D107, Mr. Speaker, to cater for projects which have not been forwarded, Mr. Speaker, with amendments. And I want to ask Honorable Muracha to second.
Honorable Speaker, I stand to second.
Honorable members, Honorable Siocha has enough, so let's do this quietly because we have to move on. Honorable members, anyone looking at the mood of the House, honorable members, I now put a question, which is that vote D107, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for capital expenditure on education, technical training, 107.
Medical services. Yeah. That's 107.
So 107.
Yeah.
Honorable, can you finish, Honorable Siocha? You know, yeah. Honorable members vote by suit. Are we done? Yes. Honorable members, this was allowed because the rules in the Committee of the Whole are relaxed. But I want to give Honorable Siocha only 2 minutes to conclude that exercise. What will come to you? What will come to you? The member from Masiga East needs a suite. Okay. Honorable members, I draw your attention to vote D 107. Honorable members, I now put a question, which is that vote D 107 be part of the bill with amendments. May as many of the same opinion say aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
D 108.
Honorable members, I now propose that vote D 108 be part of the bill.
And also inform Honorable Masasi that this clause, this vote is the one which is having 10 million for Nyamache Back Street, which you are inquiring. So, Mr. Speaker, I second.
Honorable members, I now put a question, which is that vote D 108, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for capital expenditures, Department of Lands, Housing, Fiscal Planning, and Urban Development, including fencing, be part of the bill with amendments. May as many of the same opinion say aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
D 109.
Honorable members, I now propose that vote D 109 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair for Budget.
Honorable Speaker, I want to move that vote D 109 be moved with amendments, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is the department which raised the motions in the House, Mr. Speaker, which contains roads, bridges, and also the machineries that we're talking about, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to move it with amendments and ask Honorable Moracha to second.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I move to second. This one is the one which every member, Mr. Speaker, had emotions, but he was walking all over with a bridge that was to be done, Honorable Speaker, so I stand to second.
Mr. Speaker, as I support, and I also want to say very categorically that this department failed us in this House and failed us as a county. Because, Mr. Speaker, these roads were awarded December last year in Kitutu Jaje North, except for Kegogi Ward. They have not been done. And Mr. Speaker, that's why we are saying, going forward, when the procurement is being done, let them follow due process and give people with capacity, not with assumption that people have capacity. Mr. Speaker, I'm told there was one contractor was given, had one tractor, moves it to Masige East for 30 minutes, moves it to Masige West. And Mr. Speaker, that's not what we want. We want work to be done. And when we have done public participation, Mr. Speaker, like me, I called all the clan elders and the people surrounding that these roads were to be done. And up to now, they have not been done. It becomes very difficult for us. And I think it's the wisdom that is making the governor remove contractual matters from, and that means the contractors have failed him. That's why he wants to look for another route to have the roads done. So the leader majority, this is one area where the government did not perform well, and I believe going forward with the new system, we can be. But Mr. Speaker, as the control budget told us, once they carried forward, all that will have done their works from 1st of July, 2nd, 3rd, they can be paid. But those that have been awarded a long time ago, they should also make sure, the government should make sure they are moved to the ground to do this work. The rains now have subsided. We don't have to have excuses to move. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I support.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I think it would be in order maybe to inform my Honorable Mbachi that the machines being carried, it does not mean that it's one contractor. It's just only that these contractors do share machines. But now, I think going forward, there will be no such issues since we'll be procuring our own machines. Thank you.
Honorable members, Honorable Boyle is asking Honorable Manani if we must defend everything. Honorable members, I now put a question which is that vote D109 being the amount required in the year ending June 30th, 2026 for capital expenditure, Department of Infrastructure, Roads and Public Works be part of the bill with amendments. May as many of the same opinion say aye? Aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
D110.
Honorable members, I now propose that vote D110 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair for Budget.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Allow me to move a motion, an amendment on D110 that the capital expenditure on the Department of Trade, Tourism and Industry, Mr. Speaker, be moved with an amendment. Mr. Speaker, this is where we have the industrial park. That's where we have the market sheds like Kikorera and other market sheds, including Tingam, Mr. Speaker, which is my own. And also I want to confirm to Honorable Member for Masige that the facility said the Ontachi market shed is actually in his ward, not Chitagobora, Mr. Speaker. That clarification was taken. So, Mr. Speaker, allow me to move that amendment and ask the majority leader to second.
Honorable Speaker, I stand to second.
Honorable Chair for Park.
Honorable Speaker, I'm so happy that the chair budget is amending that vote, D110. And that's why we have the Eberege Peter Twin, which has been done, the completion, and the Magenje Peter Twin. So I hope that the two could be, because the word-based projects which were resources were removed when the supplementary Speaker. So I support.
Honorable members, Honorable Beatrice.
Honorable Speaker, I'm also an unhappy person for Governor gave me money, 10 million for Magina Market shed. Hope it still remains to be there. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, I now put a question which is that vote D110, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for capital expenditure, Department of Trade, Tourism, Industry and Marketing, including market development, licensing, and fair trade practices be part of the bill with amendments. May as many of the same opinion say aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Members of the minority say they are not showing the intention whether they are on aye or nay. I don't know whether you didn't get the sweets.
D111.
Honorable members, I now propose that vote D111 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair for budget.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move an amendment on vote number D111, which is the capital expenditure for youth, sports, culture, arts and social services, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is where we have the stadium, our stadium, Nyamache Stadium, which is on allocation, and a few other stadiums, Mr. Speaker, a rehabilitation center, and a few other issues, Mr. Speaker, other developments, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I move an amendment, and I want to ask the majority leader to second.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I stand to second, and I also want to inform Honorable Mutume that Nyamache Green Stadium belongs to Basi Central, and it has been allocated money. Thank you. I second.
Masase.
Mr. Speaker, I think today my name has been mentioned adversely, in a good way. It's because of the goodies that are coming to my ward, an extension to our people. I want to thank the executive for seeing fit that they apportion about 32 million to Nyamache Green Stadium, which is the center stadium we have in Boba Sub-County. I hope the people around our neighboring wards, that is Masige West, past Bogetaurio, past Central, where the leader of majority comes from, even Nyacheki and my ward will be benefiting from that facility. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I look forward to be seeing the contract on site soon, once the budget is uploaded, so that our people can enjoy the benefit of devolution. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Beatrice.
Honorable Speaker, I've said in August this year, all water companies in the country will have spots here in Kisii County, and Governor Simba Arati is the patron. I've said in August this year, all water companies in the country will have spots here in our county, and Governor Paul Simba Arati is the patron. Hope money was put in spots for the same, and if not, since there will be amendments, money will be apportioned for it. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, I now put a question, which is that vote D111 being the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for capital expenditure, Department of Youth, Sports, Culture, Arts and Social Services, including betting and casinos, racing, cultural activities, liquor, cinemas, video show, and hiring public amenities, library and museum be part of the bill with amendments. May as many of the same opinion say aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
D112.
Honorable members, I now propose that vote D112 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair for budget.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move a vote D112, which is the Kisii municipality, capital expenditures for the Kisii municipality, physical planning and urban development, Mr. Speaker. Sorry. It's 113. Thank you. So, Mr. Speaker, here is where we are seeing the development that we are seeing in town. We've seen a lot of progress, Mr. Speaker. Cabro works, the stage, and actually there will be establishment of kiosks, modern kiosks within the town. Mr. Speaker, common sense dictates that this project cannot be completed in this financial year and therefore they need to be carried forward. So, Mr. Speaker, I move this vote with an amendment, and I want to ask Honorable Moracha to second.
Honorable Speaker, I stand to second.
Honorable members, I now put a question, which that vote D112, being the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for capital expenditure for Kisii municipality, including fiscal planning and urban development, be part of the bill with amendments. May as many of the same opinion say aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
D113.
Honorable members, I now propose that vote D113 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair for Budget.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to move vote number D113 as a resolution of the House in the morning that we pass with amendments, Mr. Speaker, and which is the capital expenditure for the Department of County Administration and Stakeholder Management. And I ask Honorable Moracha to second.
Honorable Speaker, I stand to second.
Honorable Leader of Minority.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is a very critical department, Mr. Speaker. It's under the office of the Governor, Administration. That's where it's resident. Mr. Speaker, there are two issues here. The sub-county quarters are neglected. Mr. Speaker, if you come to Marani, for example, the sub-county quarters, it was not finished, and something has to be done about it. Given that the ward-based programs, we can't do this. These are some of the areas that we need to ask the government, the office of the governor, to ensure that the sub-county quarters, even the one in Mosocho, it's not done. The one I think Ogembo was done before, but the one in Kenya also is not complete. These are ones that were started. The second issue, Mr. Speaker, is that we had discussed this matter before about the ward, the village administrators, and also the village councils. I think this is an area that going forward, we need to urge the governor to come so that we are able to do public participation the proper way up to the village. I support, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, I now put a question, which is that vote D113, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the capital expenditure Department of County Administration and Stakeholder Management be part of the bill with amendment. May as many of the same opinion say aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
D114.
Honorable members, I now propose that the amount that vote D114 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair for Budget.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The vote D114 is the capital expenditure for Gembo municipality, which includes their fiscal planning and urban development, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if you confirm from the figures that we have, this actually is the total money that they've received, which means everything has been carried forward. But as a resolution of the House in the morning, I will also pass it with amendments and ask Honorable Moracha to second.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I stand to second.
Honorable members, I now put a question, which is that vote D114, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for Ogembo municipality for capital expenditure, including fiscal planning and urban development, be part of the bill with amendment. May as many of the same opinion say aye. May as many of the same opinion say aye. Aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
First schedule.
Honorable members, I now propose that the first schedule be part of the bill. Looking at the mood of the House, I now put a question, which is that the first schedule be part of the bill. May as many of the same opinion say aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
Second schedule.
Honorable members, I now propose that the second schedule be part of the bill. Looking at the mood of the House, honorable members, I now want to put a question, which is that the second schedule be part of the bill. May as many of the same opinion say aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
Memorandum.
Honorable members, I now propose that the memorandum of objects and the reasons be part of the bill. Having seen no hand, honorable members, I now put a question, which is that the memorandum of objects and reasons be part of the bill. May as many of the same opinion say aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
The title.
Honorable members, I now propose that the title be the title of the bill. Having seen no hand, I now put a question, which is that the title be the title of the bill. May as many of the same opinion say aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable members, I want to thank you for your contribution during the Committee of the Whole. We now proceed to report progress to the Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Honourable member, let the get seated. Honourable members, and ask the chairperson of the Committee of the Whole to report the progress to the House.
Honorable Speaker, I now beg to report to this House that the Committee of the Whole House considered the Kisii County Appropriation Bill 2025 extensively and during the second reading and adopted it with amendment. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Oh, honourable members, having having the committee of the whole, I now put a question that the House to agree with the committee in the said report. As men of the same opinion say aye. As men of the contrary opinion say nay. The aye have it. Next order.
The Kisii County Assembly Appropriation Bill 2025 third reading by Honorable Peter Otachi, Chairman Budget and Appropriations Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I now move that the Kisii County Appropriation Bill 2025 be read for the third time, Mr. Speaker, and I ask Honorable Henry Molacha to second.
I stand to second, Honorable Speaker.
Honourable members, I now propose that the Kisii County Appropriation Bill 2025 be now read third time. Yes, leader. The clerk. Yes, clerk, proceed.
A bill for an act of county assembly to authorize the issue of certain sums of money out of the county revenue fund and the application towards the service of the year ending on 30th June 2026 and to appropriate those sums for certain public services and purposes.
Yes, leader, minority.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Basically, I rise to support that this be read a third time. Mr. Speaker, it means we have passed the budget for 25-26, and Mr. Speaker, it also means we are nearing 2027, a very serious year when the term for each elected member in this country will end. Mr. Speaker, if you look at the budget, as I said earlier, the total revenues are 18 billion. And Mr. Speaker, the recurrent is 11 billion and the development is 7 billion. Mr. Speaker, some of the key highlights that we have heard from the chair is that we are going to have some teachers, ECD employed. We are not sure how many, but also, Mr. Speaker, the governor undertook to employ at least 300 nurses in the next in this budget. Mr. Speaker, one of the things that is very high to note in this budget is that we have moved to the local sources, the own source revenue, Mr. Speaker, from around 650 to 2.6 billion. It means, Mr. Speaker, this House is called upon to do the oversight role in a very serious manner to ensure that we are able to realize this 2.6 billion. Mr. Speaker, I'm also glad that the government has provided for pending bills within this. I saw in the some of the programs they have here, even those ineligible, they have a committee that is working on it, Mr. Speaker. We need to have the issue of pending bills be done with completely so that our people who have done work here can be paid and they go to do their things. Mr. Speaker, it's also good to note that when we pay contractors and the people who have done business, we also improve money circulation within the county. Mr. Speaker, this county, if you walk around lately, there is very little money in circulation and many businesses will come to a close. Mr. Speaker, also, one of the things we need to urge the government is to avoid delayed implementation of projects. That's why the governor has requested, which we have done, Mr. Speaker, to pass the budget in time. This is going to give the government time to do the bill of quantities, to do the procurement in time, Mr. Speaker, and implement these projects in time, but also pay them. I can also see, Mr. Speaker, The flagship projects have been there in the ECD and in water. Mr. Speaker, we want to thank the governor for considering across the county, but we want to see that these are implemented in time in the border sheds and in the ECD classrooms, Mr. Speaker. Lastly, I want to comment two things, Mr. Speaker. Legislation. Mr. Speaker, this House has not legislated on a number of issues, Mr. Speaker. Policy documents have not come to the House. Most of the bills we have done, Mr. Speaker, are only on finance bills and the finance acts, Mr. Speaker. I really wish to see more money enacted, Mr. Speaker, so that we can anchor this county on legislation format, where we can support the governance of our county on pure and proper legislation. On this aspect, Mr. Speaker, as a House, we need to ask and see how we can get more resources, because the legislation, especially, Mr. Speaker, on drafting bills is very expensive. We need to have this so that we can have some bills done. And lastly, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that leadership is a shared responsibility. We are all elected and we work closely with the governor. We will need consultation across board, Mr. Speaker, and I want to urge that we all, especially from across the wards, we sit down and find amicable solutions of issues. Mr. Speaker, we have about 1 year to do proper work, 2026. And Mr. Speaker, I want to urge the honourable members as we go to our people, the political temperatures will start to rise, Mr. Speaker. From experience, what I'll say, let us avoid responding to our opponents, because, Mr. Speaker, they are going to hurl insults, they will provoke you, and Mr. Speaker, you can see the temperatures even in the country. You saw what was happening in Nairobi. So when we reach these points, at this point in time, Kenya is always in a boiling point. We need, as leaders, to go to the people, and as we go to enact and launch these programs, we want to work across, and I want to urge that we work together and ensure that it's not only the governor who can deliver. All of us are leaders. We are going to support the delivery of this. I want to thank the governor. Lately, there are a lot of programs that have started, Mr. Speaker. Even in my ward, the water projects have done, health programs have been started. What is missing, Mr. Speaker, is the personnel to move the ECD centers we have created and built. We also need, Mr. Speaker, to have nurses and clinical officers and other paramedics to be able to move out.
And we'll have our projects and all the programs in this budget implemented in time. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and support.
Honorable Member for Nyacheki, Tafadhali Mkoba.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me a chance to also support what we are doing here. Honorable Speaker, I want to congratulate the Chair Budget for working tirelessly throughout the departments and coming up with the budget that we are going to operate on in the next financial year. Honorable Speaker, I also want to echo sentiments that have been said by my colleagues, that currently when you walk across Kisii County, there are so many government programs going on. Particularly in my ward, Nyacheki, I can say, Honorable Speaker, several ECD classrooms are under construction. Honorable Speaker, some health centers are under construction. Honorable Speaker, the roads are being done. And Honorable Speaker, I want to also ask the executive that once we pass this budget, let them move again with speed and implement all programs in time so that our people can feel the fruits of devolution. Honorable Speaker, I also want to thank our governor that when he was moving around, although some of us were not present in our wards, he promised our electorates on some goodies. So when I went through the budget, Honorable Speaker, I have seen all those things that he promised having been captured in the budget. And once they are implemented, Honorable Speaker, Kisii County is going to shine and other counties will come and benchmark. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Gedenga Joseph Boyani.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. I also thank the Chair Budget for taking time, compiling all the reports from different departments and coming up with a budget. I also echo the sentiments of my colleagues on the implementation of the budget. We urge the executive, after the uploading of the same, we start implementing projects so that our electors can benefit and appreciate as to why they elected us. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Chair Budget, your last comment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank you first for allowing us to, and the whole House, for allowing us to go and do the report. Mr. Speaker, the sectoral committees were out. They did the analysis and they also gave a report to the budget committee, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I will also want to thank the budget committee. Mr. Speaker, you know we've been straining a lot, but members made a sacrifice, Mr. Speaker, to ensure that we have a report. Mr. Speaker, we also worked so hard with the heads of departments, Mr. Speaker, to ensure that we have a list of projects to be carried forward and maybe projects are going to be paid, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as Honorable Mbachi has indicated, there's a good gesture in this budget, Mr. Speaker, because for the first time we're going to have more people employed in the medical department, Mr. Speaker, because we have so many dispensaries out there which are laying idle because we don't have enough staff. Actually, even the current facilities which are operational, Mr. Speaker, we still don't have enough staff. So I think this is a good sign, Mr. Speaker. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, as we indicated, we have a provision for employment of ECD teachers, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you are aware that we have PP1 and the PP2, which are actually in the county government, Mr. Speaker. But you realize in every school that you go, there's either one teacher or none, Mr. Speaker. So we want to ensure that going forward, we achieve the need of having about 2 teachers in a primary school, Mr. Speaker, where our ECD classes are, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the idea of the machineries, Mr. Speaker, came a long time ago. If we were to implement it, Mr. Speaker, then we would have made a very big saving, Mr. Speaker. But we are going to practice, Mr. Speaker, and I want to urge members to be patient. And I'm sure this is going to work because it has worked elsewhere in Narok. Mr. Speaker, Narok alone has been able to do about 4,000 kilometers using their own machineries, Mr. Speaker. So actually, if we go with that trend, Mr. Speaker, we'll be sure that we can be able to do our roads in time. And actually, we can now think about doing bitumen standards of roads, Mr. Speaker, which are going to last long, Mr. Speaker. Because, Mr. Speaker, the current lifespan of a Maram road is about 3 months, Mr. Speaker. You find you've done a road, after 4 months, again, people are complaining. But now that we'll be having our machineries, I'm sure we are going to do these roads every now and then. And also, it is also going to give us an opportunity, Mr. Speaker, to have, I think, more plant operators, Mr. Speaker, even on a contractual basis, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, the school feeding program will be one of its kind, actually, and one of the first in the county. And, Mr. Speaker, you will realize now people will be moving their children from the private schools to these public schools, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I remember when we used to enjoy the Nyayo milk, Mr. Speaker, some of us would go to school because we were going to get that milk. We didn't know about learning so much. So I'm sure we are going to get more on board, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, members have said that we need to implement this forward budget as we've done this one. Mr. Speaker, now that we've passed, I think we're the first county, Mr. Speaker, to pass their budget. And I want to urge the executive, Mr. Speaker, to do as fast as they can to ensure that the budget is uploaded and is in use. Because actually with the control of budget here the other day, and they indicated that we can start utilizing this budget as early as 1st July, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you are aware members have not received any allowance, Mr. Speaker, since we were affected with the ceiling. And I'm sure most of them are struggling financially. So, Mr. Speaker, if this is affected, Mr. Speaker, you can also work with the office to ensure that at least we get something, Mr. Speaker, to keep us going, Mr. Speaker. Then there was an issue about revenue. We actually consulted about revenue that Honorable Mbachi has raised. And in this budget, if you look keenly, we have our own source revenue. We also have the revenue from the KTRH and also the FIF fund, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we were actually the only county which were not allocating these funds in the budget. So this allocation has been put, but the money is not going to the CRF account. We've just put it there. So because an assembly is the one which actually should ensure that money is appropriated within the county. So once we appropriate this money, now they can be able to use. It will also ensure that there is accountability, Mr. Speaker, once this money reflects in the budget. But this money is a contra entry. It's on the revenue side, and it's also on the expenditure side, Mr. Speaker. So we are not going to use this money, for example, from the KTRS to do roads. We're not going to use this money to do hospitals, Mr. Speaker. They will also utilize their money as they want, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you, and I want to thank members for passing this budget. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, I now put the question that the Kisii County Appropriation Bill 2025 been now read that time. As men of the same opinion say aye, as men of the contrary opinion say nay, the aye have it. Next order.
Order number 13, procedural motion on adjournment of the House by Honorable Henry Muracha, Leader Majority.
Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to move that Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order number 2534, this House adjourns for a long recess from Tuesday, 19th June. I've said Thursday. Honorable Speaker, let me start for avoidance of doubt. Pursuant to Standing Order number 2534, this House adjourns for a long recess from Thursday, 19th June 2025 to Monday, 4th August 2025. The House to resume its normal sittings on Tuesday, 5th August 2025 at 9 a.m. Honorable Speaker, you'll find that, Mr. Speaker, the budget we have just passed today will be in the process of being uploaded, Honorable Speaker, and the honorable members here. There are many Honorable Speaker who have tickets, like Honorable Ishmael Matundura going to Australia. Honorable Edna will be heading to Seychelles. Honorable Buhari will be heading to Dubai. Mr. Speaker, and many others. Just not forgetting Honorable Gore, Mr. Speaker, who is being waited at the airport to go to Canada, Honorable Speaker, for a whole day, since we have worked for so long, Honorable Speaker. And in that spirit, Honorable Speaker, I also not forgetting Honorable Marak, he will be going, Mr. Speaker, to Turkey, and they will be proceeding to China, Honorable Speaker, to see how the machineries that are going to be bought. He will be going all over, Honorable Speaker, so that, Mr. Speaker, as we come back in August, Mr. Speaker, we find that the budget has been uploaded and we start working. And in that spirit, I also ask the executive, just like the chair budget said, Honorable Speaker, that as we have done our part as an assembly to pass the budget, we kindly request them to do their bit so that they upload the budget and we work for our people, Honorable Speaker. And I'm asking Honorable Amos Onderi, who is my good friend, to second the motion.
Honorable Amos.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, when the leader of majority, first and foremost, let me say I rise to second. when the leader of majority was reading this motion, he actually said for a long recess.
The 19th of June. We have 2 weeks to complete this period, this month. We have the entire of July, Honorable Speaker, and the first week of August. So that tells you it's a long recess. To the leader of majority to ensure, because when we had an informal meeting with His Excellency the Governor, said on this very particular budget, he's going to make sure that the budget is quickly uploaded, Honorable Speaker, and it begins to work almost in the first week of or second week of July. So I'm asking and sending the leader of majority to try and ensure that, Honorable Speaker, and because it is long, let him be calling us for special sittings in between, Honorable Speaker, so that we do not forget the business that we often transact, Honorable Speaker. With those remarks, I support.
Honourable members, I know this is a procedural motion, and I now propose that pursuant to standing order number 25, subsection 3, subsection 4, this House adjourned for the long recess from Thursday, 19 June 2025 to Monday, 4th August 2025. The House resumed this normal sitting on Tuesday, 5th August 2025 at 9 a.m. I now put a question that pursuant to standing order number 25, subsection 3(4), this House adjourned for long recess from Thursday, 19, 2025 to Monday, 4th August 2025. The House to resume this normal sitting on Tuesday, 5th August